Windsor Essex After 5 hosted a panel discussion at the Windsor Public Library to talk about the need to retain our creative talent and youth for the benefit of Windsor Essex. After 5 is a collaborative effort of Workforce Windsor Essex, WeTech Alliance, and Windsor Essex Economic Development Corporation. Their goal is to keep youth in Windsor. 5 panel members from across Windsor came together to talk about our creative class, which is a key driving force for economic development of post-industrial cities. Approximately 40 people were in attendance to discuss what was important to the public and how we could all work together to keep people interested and involved in city events. Christina Verner of the Center for Smart Innovation in the University of Windsor says that Windsor's story is a compelling and interesting one that should be shared as often as possible.
The Windsor and Essex County story is one that's quite compelling for our international community, and as such we really need to be proud of what we have to offer and not be afraid to tell the story. Oftentimes we tend to have a little bit of a negative Nelly syndrome and not really play up all of our advantages that we have in our community. But what we find is when we go externally, people are very interested in what we have to offer and very surprised of all of our assets that we have, whether those be social or economic assets. So it's absolutely critical that we get out there with a sense of pride and tell the Windsor and Essex County story as positively and as often as possible. We look at the successes that we're sharing in right now with the top 7 recognition by the Intelligent Community Forum, and it is really a wonderful time for our community to begin to realize the benefits of all of the collaboration that's been going on, the infrastructure that's being built, and all of the diversity within our region.
Dante Media Group executive producer Jeff Bolton says that Windsor is undergoing many changes. Through redefining what we are as a city and putting confidence in our creative public, he says it's a time to build, create, and allow Windsor to grow.
But that sense of, oh my goodness, highest unemployment rate, all these other negative factors, that everybody's open to change. There are all these things that are happening in the area, like the Parkway coming through, where there will be money invested in the area and there will be people coming to the area. And so I really feel optimistic, and part of the reason that I'm bringing the production company down to this area is that of any time in Windsor's history, now is the time to redefine what Windsor is, to build the future that Windsor wants to have.
Other panelists like KevinGervais of Spry Agency, business and legal consultant David Mueller, and Natasha Morar of Young Professionals Windsor agree that Windsor is in a great position for locals to come together and be a successful and exceptional place to live.
Why are you doing what you're doing? You could stay where you're at. You could continue. We've been doing it for 11 or 12 years as Dante up in Toronto, but I got excited by what's happening down here, the energy that's here, the opportunity that's existing. We're on that precipice and we're about to leap off into the unknown, and it's exciting, and the opportunities are tremendous. And I want to look back in 10 years when Windsor's redefined itself, and I want to say I was one of 100 or 200 people who came to the table and said, let's make a difference. And I want to be just a small part of that difference. I want to know that I've done my part, and I think that my team feels the same way about it, because the opportunities are here and now is the time.
Reporting for Mediaplex News Now, I'm Laura Berry.